Hello, welcome to Sivan'S SAP SD Training in association with AMB IT Services and Technologies. This session is the continuation to the Sales Orders Reports Part 1. It was theory, and now in this Part 2, we are going to discuss more about the practical session. So this session is very much useful to the people who are already attending the interviews or who are already there in the jobs. So they can try in their own systems. People who are trying, they can try these practice these scenarios in their own demo system, or who are already there in the system or are joined in the system in the companies, they can try by practicing these scenarios in their quality system, so that they will gain the confidence to face any kind of issues. So this is my sincere request to all of you, people who are already joined or people who are trying the jobs in SD, so they can have a look at it and then they can explore the things based on these things. So the sales orders reports like VA05, that is open sales orders or all orders, we can see them, or the blocked orders or the incomplete orders by any reason like delivery block, billing block, or Incoterms, or so many things, why they are blocked. So all those things we are going to discuss. And also we can also see the back orders also, how the back orders can be cancelled and then can be accommodated to the others. Sales orders, especially the duplicators or duplicate orders or orders within the time period. So some of the orders will be lying in the time period and they will not be uh, completed their subsequent processes. Those things we will discuss in step-by-step process. Let us see. List of sales orders. This is about the VA05 or VA05N. VA05 and VA05N, both the transactions are available in ECC system, whereas in S4HANA, only VA05 is available. VA05N is the Enjoy SAP report transaction where the additional features will be available. So here we can see all the open orders or all the available orders of the particular customer or particular sales organization with respect to the sales area and so on. So many other input criteria. So we can have it accordingly based on the sales area also. We can extract the data and then accordingly we can take the decision. We means the users will take the decision. Incomplete orders. Why the list of orders are incomplete? What is the reason why? So to know that, we need to get into that particular order and then we need to see why that particular order is incomplete. Maybe because of the uh, Incoterms, or because of the plant or shipping point determination and so many things, pricing determination and so many things. So we can conclude them and then we can uh, process those orders in that particular area. Back orders. So we can go to v.15 or v_RA transaction code where we can execute the transaction and the with respect to the sales organization or with respect to the distribution channel or with respect to the back orders, with respect to especially for the sold to party and materials also. There we can see them and accordingly we can take the decision to proceed further on that. So especially when we create them in the system, we can see them and we can process them in the system. Blocked orders. Why that particular order is blocked, or list of orders which are there in the system, and the report says that maybe because of the delivery block or maybe because of the billing block or so many things will be there. Accordingly, we need to process those orders by releasing their blocks, either it is delivery block or billing block or whatever it is, credit block or so many things. So accordingly, we can process those orders. So we can list out those orders and we will come to know whether to process them or whether to leave them as it is. Or we can even reject them to not to show them in the list. So when we reject those orders, so those orders cannot be seen in the report. So very, very important is in the execution of the reports, it is Most important to reject those orders which are not required. SDO1, orders within time period. So here we can track the sales orders by time period, and if at all you wanted to change, mass change, like replacement of plant or pricing or net document value and so many things, so which we can do that. Or even if at all the repeated orders are there and which we do not require them in the system, those orders can be rejected. That is why this report also can be used and can be executed, and accordingly the business will take the decision. Duplicate sales orders by period, especially we use the transaction code SDD1. What exactly the duplicate sales orders means? The orders created with the same material, same net value, same date for the same customer multiple times. Normally in the practice system, we will create so many orders we continuously to explore the things. In real time, maybe sometimes what happens in the users, they will create the orders and then accordingly they will forget to reprocess them, or they forget to do the subsequent processes, and they will keep it as it is in the system, so that they will appear in the reports. Whenever we execute the report, they will appear. Maybe the business users or the core users or the end users. So in those cases, whenever they wanted to remove those orders which are there in the system, they can take the decision. So especially the duplicate sales orders. So we can compare them, and then accordingly, if the price is same, or sometimes the customer can repeat the same order, those orders also can be removed from the system if it is not required, or if it is required, we can keep it as it is. We will see them completely in the system in the step-by-step process. Since it is a demo system, I request you all to practice the same once. Whatever the orders you have created in the system, then you can try them by getting into the reports one by one, all the sales order reports. First, let us go the VA05 or VA05N. Any one transaction can be seen here. So VA05, if at all you wanted to see all the orders or open sales orders. So normally it is used for the open sales orders. How many number of sales orders are there based on the selection criteria? You can input either sold to party and the date based on the order type. Also, you can see the material with respect to the material, how many open sales orders are there, whether we can do the subsequent processes for those sales orders or not. That is the discretion of the business, whether they wanted to go or no go. And even including the open sales orders with respect to the sales organization, maybe in real time, there may be n number of sales areas available. So if you execute directly by giving the input as sales organization without the date range, it will give you so many orders. So to avoid that one, you can just give the particular date so that you can restrict those many orders. Or one more thing is like with respect to the sales area. With respect to the sales area, number of sales orders are there, and then execute open sales orders. We wanted to see how many open sales orders are there in the list of sales orders screen. Here there are about so many orders are there, and this layout which is containing about the sales orders, and then you can see the net value of this particular sales orders by clicking on the sigma button. So this is the total value of this open sales orders value. Whether you really require it in the system, or whether you wanted to remove them or reject them, that is the description of the business. That is not our role. With respect to the sales area also, we can see the sales document type also we can see. how many orders are there. So based on that one, the business can take the decision, keep the cursor over here on net document and then click on the Sigma button so that it will give you the delta value, total value of the sales orders. So by keeping this in the view, the business can take the decision whether to have these orders in the system over a period of time or they wanted to reject them. Yes, they can go and then select any order, go to change mode, and here you can go to the reason for rejection, reject it for some other reason, delivery date is too late or whatever it is, you can reject them. That particular order got rejected. So 20747. Again, we will execute it. So that order is not visible here in this particular report because we have rejected that particular order. So like that, the business users can take the decision accordingly. This is about the open sales orders, list of open sales orders. Then we will see the list of incomplete orders by getting into the transaction code V.02. Incomplete SD documents in general are delivery related or billing related or price determination or so on. What kind of status group you wanted to select, that also we can select here. We can select 01 is in general, 02 is delivery and billing. So the status can be selected here and accordingly we can choose the respective sales organization or distribution channel or division, including if you know the created by, you can select that one. And the SD transaction here, the selection screen, 0 stands for sales order, 1 stands for inquiry, 2 stands for quotation, and 4 stands for contract, 6 stands for delivery. If at all you wanted to see only delivery, you can select that one. However, we are there in the incomplete SD documents. We wanted to know first about the sales order. And if I execute it, so I did not get any orders, then let me go to the variant. So any variant we can see, or otherwise we can see the other organization also, or we can remove this and then execute without giving anything. So it will give you the list of incomplete sales documents. Any sales document which you wanted to see, you can see them. Or otherwise, let me try with my user ID created by. So let us see. Is there any list of orders are there? Yes. Why they are incomplete? Let us go there. See, in this particular sales order, 20439, Incoterms are missing. So let us complete the data. Whatever you wanted to specify, you can specify them and then execute. So now you can see the document is complete. You can save it. So this will not appear, 20439 will not appear again when you execute it. So that order got disappeared. So like this, we can take the decision whether to reprocess them or whether we can reject them. You wanted to remove them from the list, you can reject them. Or you wanted to continue to have the subsequent documents, then you can create, you can complete the required incompletion documents, information. So this is about the V.02 incomplete orders. Let us see back orders, V_RA. So whenever we wanted to accommodate the quantities, which is already reserved to the customers, that means reprioritization of the materials to the other customers. Because maybe he is not a class customer, or maybe he is not a good payment payer. So many things will be considered into that particular process, and again, they will reallocate that particular product to the other customer. So in this case, let us see the variant which we have already have it. It is like back order processing, which we have taken. So if I execute it, you will get the orders. So for these two materials, for this particular document, already the confirmed quantity is 361 and 127, which I do not want. Let me take this 127, which I will um, make it as 0 in the backorder processing. So for this backorder processing, entire checking group of availability check must be in place at plant level. So that will be there in the availability check process. So if you click on this push button back orders, it will take you to this particular screen, and you can select this particular line. So it is confirmed 127 units are confirmed here. So you can go to the change confirmation and you can remove it, so that this particular confirmation is now become 0 here. So even in that particular list also, yes. So here also it has become 0 now. Now this particular order A230 for this particular line item, you can reject them. You can go to the sales order VA02 transaction, and then you can reject that particular sales order, only this line item, so that this particular line item is eligible to have one more order to be created in the system by the end user. Accordingly, they can take the decision. Even they wanted to reject both the orders, again, they have to make it as confirmed quantity as 0. Go to back orders, select these 361 quantities, change confirmation and remove it, and then come back, save it. Changes were copied, and then you can save and come back. See, these two line items have become 0 now. Now I'll go to 8230 sales order in one more screen. Go to VA02 transaction, and these two line items can be rejected. Go to reason for rejection, specify something, any whatever may be the odd reason for rejection you wanted to select, you can select it and then save it. Come back. If I go to V underscore RA, the variant is back order. No work list selected. Please check the entries because it got rejected. So this order, now the screen is empty completely. Those two materials can be allocated to other customers as and when it is required. So this is the back order processing. Now we will see the orders within time period using the transaction code SDO1. It is not SD01, it is SDO1. So here you can see the input like order type, sales or distribution, sales area. It is completely created on and even created by. You can go to the variant. So you can see here. So this report is very much useful, especially whenever they wanted to do the changes, like they wanted to change the plant, net document value, or any other mass changes like pricing or currency, all those things they can do by getting into this particular report. So this particular time period, so from um, 7th June to 30th June, so there are these many orders are available, and I have already shown you in this about this layout which we can change it. See, purchase order number is which is coming first. I wanted to see the first one as sold to party. You can come like this, document date, next one, so, and sales document type, sales document number, material. So like this also we can have it. See, the layout got changed. Accordingly, you can take the print out or extract the data from this particular screen. So this is the material, and then this is the time period, and you wanted to edit or do the mass changes, list out the functions, or you can do the mass change. You wanted to change it to new plant, select all the orders for which you wanted to change the plant or new material, which you wanted to replace, or which you wanted to replace the pricing, and which you wanted to change the currency. For example, I will select these two orders, and let us try to change the currency from INR to USD. See, it has been now changed. The currency has been changed. The pricing is not there because the conversion factors are not maintained. So now the currency is USD. From INR to USD, it has been changed. The similar way, you can use all the mass changes. This is the transaction code of SDO1, orders within time period. The last but not the least is duplicate sales orders by period using the transaction code as SDD1. Here we can list out the list of orders which are having same customer, sometimes same net document value, or same materials, or same PO number. All these will be there. So in that case, sometimes by mistakenly the users will be created the orders, and then they forgot to reject them, or forgot to delete them in the system. However, they don't know how to delete them. Only the way is they can reject them. So in those scenarios, we can already see them. So what we can do, we can here we can see the document type, or with respect to the sold to party. I'll go to with respect to the sold to party, how many orders are there? Let us see. See here you can see this. See, the order is having 21596 and 21597, which is having the similar net document value. Sometimes same materials, but sometimes created by the same user, same document type, and with the different purchase order numbers, however, but it gives the same value. So here in this scenario, you can see here so many orders with the same materials and same customers have been created. And then you can select those things. And here you can see the compare of two sales documents, which you can um, reject them. It will become red in status. And if at all you wanted to remove them, or you wanted to remove them from this particular system, you can remove them by going to that particular sales order and then rejecting the order. So if I click on this, it will become red. So that means these orders are not active now. The similar way you can select two orders. You cannot select three orders at a time. You can see only compare two sales documents with another one, with one another. So you can remove this and then select this. So this is very, very important. SDD1 is the transaction code to trace out the orders which are having the similar net document value, similar material, or similar date, similar purchase order number, and so on. So many things you can consider it into the system. And then you can reject them to make this particular screen empty or clean. We can clean them from the production system. So this can be done in the production system. So this entire information I have given you all to practice of your own in your respective systems. Maybe if you are working professional or newly joined, or for aspiring their jobs, aspirants, new job aspirants, they can go to their respective systems like demo system if you are having access, or if you are having access to your own real-time quality systems. There also you can practice them, create 10 sales orders with multiple material line items, and then with the blocks to see the incompleteness by removing the Incoterms, payment terms, and so on, so that you will be definitely able to get or gain the confidence levels to face any kind of issues during your either interview process or during your real-time on-job process, or already people who are already there working, so they can refresh their um, knowledge by getting into the system. Definitely, the people who are having more than 7+ years of experience, they will not be having this kind of experiences. I'm really sure. They can try of their own so that they will not forget SAP. And definitely, it will give lot of impact, lot of confidence to proceed further. So this is about the sales orders report practical session of open sales orders using the transaction code VA05 or VA05N, or the incomplete orders using the transaction code V.02, or the blocked orders, or the back orders, or SD01 orders within the time period, and duplicate orders using the transaction code SD01. Thank you all. Have a nice day.